What is going on, guys? As of right now, we are currently only 6 days away from Payday 2 Crimewave Edition from dropping, and I'm going to be answering a question that I've been getting a lot of questions, me personally, in the community. People are wondering, should I get Payday 2 Crimewave Edition? What is it? Why have you been talking about it so much more? Where are the Borderlands videos? Why Payday? What is Payday? So that's what I'm going to be answering in this video. So, Payday 2 Crimewave Edition is a 4-player cooperative bank shooter horde mode like wave defense game. Pretty much the gist of the game is you go from bank to bank to bank, robbing it, getting the cash, and in the meantime of you robbing it, you can either go loud or stealthy. Most people go loud, and when you go on loud, it goes to a horde defense mode type game to where you have to defend waves of enemies, tons of cops, tons of special enemies like guys with riot shields, guys in juggernaut armor known as bulldozers, guys with tasers, snipers, all sorts of crazy shit. And if you complete the heist successfully, you will get Payday. A lot of money, good rewards maybe at the end of it. If you do it stealthy, there's really no difference except there are no enemies. It's kind of a boring way to do it, but it also has its own little, I guess, tenseness of it. The fact that you're doing it stealthy and you may fuck up and get caught. So yeah. Now that I told you what Payday is, the question most of you guys have been asking me, hey Justin, I play a lot of Borderlands, I'm subscribed to your channel because of Borderlands, but would you recommend me Payday? And yes, I would highly recommend Payday. If you bought Borderlands for the fact of it being co-op and just a RPG type game, I would definitely have to recommend Payday to you. Payday 2 is not an open world game by any means. It is a one level at a time, small corridor, I want to say corridor, but it's like a small little world shooter. And the reason I would have to recommend it is just because it has the same value of Borderlands when it comes to how the game plays. You know, there's 4-player co-op, tons of fun, different skill trees, the characters don't really differentiate, like they're not different at all, the characters, they're just really cosmetics. And then there's skill trees that you can use on any character, but there's about 5 skill trees and there are going to be more in the future. So it shares that in the sense of Borderlands. It doesn't really share anything about drops, like there aren't any legendary guns or drop rates or anything like that in the game. There is a small little bonus at the end of every mission called card opening, I think it is, and it's just like little random number generator RNG luck if you'll get a certain item or not. So it doesn't share anything in Borderlands. So if you play Borderlands to get a lot of gear and all that special rare items, I would not recommend Payday. But if you're into Borderlands for the just shooting and playing with a bunch of friends and loving that type of thing, I would definitely recommend Payday. Another question is, hey, I play on PC. Should I get Payday 2 Crimewave Edition on my console? What's different about it? Why is it better? Why is it worse? To be completely honest with you, if you do play PC and you have a PC that runs Payday 2 perfectly fine, do not get Payday 2 Crimewave Edition. It's not a bad game whatsoever, but of course it does not run as the PC version does. Payday 2 Crimewave Edition does not run at 60 frames like PC, so if you are into frame rate and all that, stay on PC. PC is also ahead of the Crimewave Edition when it comes to DLC and new items in the game, really. So there's no reason to get it on the Xbox One or PS4 unless you have friends who only play console and they want to play it with you. Then I would recommend it because, you know, playing Payday with friends is pretty amazing. But if you don't have any friends and you're just wondering if it's a better version, it honestly is not a better version. I would just stick with your PC version. People have also been asking, should I pre-order Payday 2 Crimewave Edition? What do I get if I pre-order Payday 2? Anything special? What are the bonuses? If I had to say yes, everyone should pre-order Payday 2 in my opinion, because if you pre-order this game on Xbox One Digital Store or PS4 Digital Store on the console, if you know what I'm talking about, if you have online access, you actually automatically get 25% off of the game, and I think that rounds it about to $32 or $37. I'm not exactly sure. It's somewhere in between $32 to $37. But it is a nice little cutoff. Instead of $50 what the game is retail. So I would definitely recommend you pre-order it just on that level, not even for the bonuses, just for that. But that goes to our next question. People have wanted to know, are there any bonuses for Payday 2 Crimewave Edition? What do I get with the game? Yes, there is a bonus. There is a hard time loot bag, and this hard time loot bag does contain a few items. It contains a red dot sight modification, which can be used on any assault rifle, which is actually really helpful because, in my opinion at least, I don't like any of the iron sights in Payday 2 on the guns. They're just not good in my opinion. They're really clunky and big, but when you can just have a red dot sight on there, it helps me aim a lot better. It's not anything, it's not a rare one, it's just a regular red dot sight that you can start off with, which is actually pretty good. And then you also get an exclusive skull mask, which lets you just change the character's look. Masks don't do anything in the game except for change the way you look. This mask will not really be anything special after a week after the game, because when the game first launches, everyone's going to be wearing default mask and no one's really going to look crazy. But the more and more heist you play, the more mask you get. So about a week after the game comes out, I wouldn't think you're really anything cool with the mask, but it is definitely something you should put on within the first hour of the game, you know, the first couple days, to be like, hey, I got a mask while you're wearing the default clown mask, you know. Also, speaking of a mask, if you pre-order, you also get a unique console mask. If you play on the Xbox, I believe it is a Master Chief type of helmet mask. If you play on PS4, I don't know what type of mask it is. I would imagine it would be a Sony exclusive mask, somewhat like a Last of Us or Uncharted type of game. I don't know what the mask is, but it will be a Sony type of mask. And then you get a mask pattern called I Love Overkill. Overkill is the company that makes Payday, and it just lets you put that on your mask to say you love Overkill, really. And then you also get a unique color pattern with this mask, something like polka dots, you know, change your mask up, you know. And then the last item you get is a bundle of in-game cash. The cash doesn't really have an exact price on it right now. It'll be probably, if I had to guess, anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 starting money to just buy some useful items. It's that $10,000 is not really that much. I don't know how much it is though. For all we know, it could be $10 million, which I don't think so. I'm gonna be safe and say it's probably $10,000 you start off with, and that would be nice to buy a couple extra masks maybe, or just guns really. And now on to the last question. So this is coming from a lot of Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3 players, and you want to know, hey, I want to buy this game. I love this game. I really did. But they did not support it whatsoever. They came out with one DLC pack and then they dropped the game for the rest of eternity. So the first question is, will I be getting the DLC that Payday 2 Crimewave Edition is getting on my 360 and PS3? No. They've already cut off that. There's not going to be any more DLC for PS3 and 360. Payday 2 is done on that. But the next question is, will there be DLC and will they keep updating it? The answer is yes. I already made a full video right here. You can click on screen right now. It explains all of the DLC that will be on the game the day the game launches on June 16th in North America, June 12th in Europe and any other country. And that video explains every DLC that will be out the day the game launches, and they have already confirmed that every piece of DLC on PC will make it to the Xbox One and PS4 version of Payday. They said it's going to be fully updated, it's going to get every last bit of content. They're not going to drop it like they did with 360 and PS3 due to technical limitations, because they couldn't completely do it. So yes, don't be you know, a lot of people are worried. They don't want to buy this game and then get fucked over because they don't get it fully updated. There will be every bit of DLC, but if you do want to see what DLC comes out day one, you're gonna have to watch the other video, because that's a really long video and I don't want to talk about all that again. Other than that, if you found this video helpful or you just liked the video, why not leave a like and subscribe if you're not. I'm going to be doing a shit ton of Payday 2 content when Payday Crimewave Edition drops on the 16th. So yeah, if you enjoy Payday 2 content, why not subscribe, and I'll be uploading as many videos as I can. I'll be doing video when it comes to gameplay, just showing off certain heists and showing off how to do it. I will definitely do some tips and tricks. I always hate saying that because it's like a really Call of Duty term on YouTube, but I will be doing informational guide videos. I'll be talking about DLC when DLC drops. I'll just be letting you guys, I'll keep you all in the know, so why not subscribe. Other than that, talk to you guys later. Peace out.